Hi, Dave Fitzgerald, NGD Cars, North Glen Dodge. I'm here to tell you about Badfish, our 71 Hemi Cuda. Go online, go to our Facebook page, go to our website. You'll learn more with the still photographs. And also, don't forget, we've got a thrash video coming up. We're going to run this car to the max. This is a 1971 Hemi Cuda. It was built by Plymouth. Now, the Hemi Cuda was the ultimate E-body. Least produced, shortest wheelbase, highest horsepower, last year production. The only thing could be better about this car if it was a convertible. They only made 6 or 8 of those in 1971, so all you Mopar nuts out there, email me, tell me what I'm right, tell me what I'm wrong about. How many did they make in 1971 in convertibles? They made approximately 107 Hemi Cudas in 1971. How many in red 4-speed? I don't know. Maybe you want to tell me. But this is one of them. So, with very limited production, the color, the styling, the last year of production, this makes it one of the ultimate muscle cars. E-body. E-body stands for the body code on the vehicle. The E-bodies included not only the Cudas, but the Dodge Challengers as well. 1971 Hemi Cuda. Lots of special things about this car. Like I said before, last year production, etc., etc. But some of the styling cues, you can't miss this car going down the road. First off, the gills, 1971 only. Also, up front, and you'll see this on our Facebook page, is a quad set headlights, 4 headlights instead of the previous year's 2, and one of the prettiest grills ever put on any car. In the back, louvered taillights in the back. Lots of interesting cues. The 426 Hemi engine was very special, and to go along with that special engine, every 426 Hemi in 1971 in the Cudas came with the shaker hood, which was optional on other vehicles. Now, this hood scoop is actually attached to the engine, and as the engine runs, it rumbles and shakes. It's also functional in that it will take in air from the outside, cool air, denser air, giving you more horsepower. Also, optional, but on almost every Hemi, is the hood pins, or meat hooks as we call them. Now, underneath the hood lies what makes this car worth, I don't know, $400,000 today, $300,000, but a ton of dollars. The engine itself, not only is it limited, it's very special for the entire vehicle, meaning that when you got the engine, you got a lot of transmission, engine, suspension upgrades that came virtually only with the Hemi. Now, the engine has a hemispherical head. Go to our website to learn more about that. It has 426 cubic inches, and it produces 425 horse rated, real horsepower output about 500. Underneath this crazy shaker scoop is twin 4-barrel carburetors. Now, this car was ordered specifically for racing. In fact, it was raced most of its life. So the car has no power steering. That was a power robbing option. I wish they would have put it on there. Also, when this car was restored, they found the vestiges, or the evidence of the mounting of the roll cage that was in this vehicle. Now, this vehicle ran up and down the track for years and was campaigned in New Jersey. However, all the parts that were taken off to make it a race car were thrown in the corner and reapplied to the car. As a result, the quarter panels, that would be the back fenders, have been replaced on the car, but all the other sheet metal is original. So it's kind of unusual in that the car hasn't been rotted, it hasn't been rusted, it hasn't had a tremendous amount of work to it. It has had the quarter panels replaced, because one of the things you did back in the day when you went drag racing, put great big slicks on it, but you just stuck them outside the car, so you would just carve out the quarter panels with an air chisel. Now, the things I was talking about, the 426 Hemi engine, up until 1971, they changed the package slightly in 1971, would include heavy-duty torsion bars, heavy-duty rear springs, a reinforced frame. This is a unibody car, doesn't really have a frame. Torque boxes were applied to this. Also, heavy-duty fan, heavy-duty radiator, heavy-duty virtually everything. Up until 1971, if you got a Hemi, you also got disc brakes. In 71, you had to spec that. They were trying to cheapen up the Hemi package because insurance had gone crazy in 1971, and it cost $100 a month to insure a car like that. In 1971, that was nuts, and that's really what killed the Hemi, was the cost of insurance premiums. Now, the one thing that is not stock appearance on my vehicle is the billboards. The billboards were a hot option for 70 and 71. You can just see it covers like a third of the side of the car, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Now, these aren't very door dent friendly. They were easy to damage, but my car didn't have it from the factory, but I had to put it on anyway. It's an applique. It's a big, gigantic sticker. It could be peeled off, but you got to admit, even though it's not the right thing, it's the right thing to do. Super sexy dash and shifter. Inside, it looks like an airplane cockpit, doesn't it? You got a gigantic tachometer. You got 4 gauges reading all of the essential pressures and temperatures on your vehicle. You got a gigantic rally-style clock and a speedometer that goes up to what? 150 mile an hour. Now, this vehicle is equipped with the Super Track Pack. That means it has a 410 gear. The 410 gear was designed strictly for racing. So this car won't do 150, but with the right gear in it, the horsepower will easily push this non-aerodynamic shoebox way past 150 at peril of your own life. Along with the super sexy dash and all the great instrumentation, wood grain steering wheel, and really a handsome interior for 1971, the famous pistol grip shifter. As you can see, it's got this raised ridge right here where you lay your thumb on it. Bowie knife, pistol grip, whatever you want to call it. It is the baddest shifter ever put on anything. Check out our website, you'll see what I'm talking about. One of the good things about this being a race car is that the interior's original. The seat covers, the back seat, the headliner, only the carpet's been replaced. Probably wouldn't be like that if this was a daily use car. This is the car bear handle. Now, when you pull this car bear handle, it actually opens doors inside of the shaker. So you will keep it closed for cold weather operation, and when you're getting ready to turn on the retro rockets, pull the car bear open, stand on it. This is the back end of the 71 Cuda. The louvered taillights give it away. The flat black panel, dual exhaust tips, little chrome bumperettes. Just a gorgeous, jeweled up car. I love this thing. It is so much fun to drive. You get nothing but thumbs up. Alright, before we take this for a ride and thrash it, that means run it to its max. But the last thing I want to tell you about the Hemi Cuda is that the Cuda was special and distinct from the Challenger in lots of ways. Not just the way it looks in the outer sheet metal, but the old car was 1 inch shorter. The overall wheelbase on it was 1 inch shorter. Wheelbase is this between the center line of the front and the back wheels. Really kind of a neat thing and really expensive thing to do for Chrysler to distinguish the Cuda from the Challenger, build a completely different wheelbase car.